Okay, I'm inside the mystery cave. Had to switch batteries on my light again, our camera. And look at this up here. Isn't it cool how the rock itself is light, and then the really white stuff is mineral deposits, and the black stuff is some kind of other deposit. Kind of cool shapes. But yeah, look at the size of this cave here. Cave is dozens of feet tall, dozens of feet wide. Huge cave. It would be easy if the floor weren't covered with all these loose, slippery rocks. So I'm slowly working my way into the end. Then I'm going to turn around and go back. There's only one entrance to this cave. So I'm definitely going back out the way I came. Because the only alternative is to be stuck in here forever. I'm definitely leaning towards getting out of here. Alright, here we go. Notice how colorful this cave is. Very pretty. Oops. Notice how high the ceiling is here. Wow. Alright, what? Ah, darn it. I went to step on a rock, but the rock wasn't flat on top, so I kind of slid down the rock instead of stepping on it. Whoops. Wow. So look at this mineral formation. So the rock itself is gray. Then I think that brown stuff in the cracks is kind of like sand or something. And then the white stuff is like a calcium-based mineral. Fascinating. All right, let's see if I can keep going down here very carefully. Wow. It's kind of flat up here. Still breakdown rock, but slightly easier. Not as far to fall. Oops. Knocked my knee pad loose. I can't get my knee pad tight enough to stay where I want it. Gonna have to switch to a different type of knee pads when I buy some more. A lot of knee pads are just designed for people crawling on their hands and knees, or maybe falling down once. Not really designed for people like me walking in them for hours on end. I've already been caving for almost 5 hours today. It's Good day. Excuse me. What's really creepy though is when I got here, there was another car up here. But he left without saying hi. Not sure what he's doing. But, oh well. I suppose that's my first hint that it's none of my beeswax. Notice all the loose rocks on here, just like I showed on that other big rock I had. I don't want to slip on that. I'm going to stay far to the left. I'll get above it. When you have a lot of flat rocks like that, they can act like a lubricant, like graphite. See, there's loose rocks up here too. I wasn't going to go up that high anyway. Oops. Okay. I'm on a rock that's pretty slippery, so I'm going to get off that rock. There we go. Sometimes it's tempting to put my feet in between a couple of rocks so it has nowhere to go. But if I'm not careful, I wedge my foot in there between the rocks and get stuck. So I have to be careful not to do anything like that. Look at this. I'm standing on a nice flat rock. Look how far down it is. It's like a 10-foot drop here. So I've decided, okay, do I want to walk all the way over there to go up? Or should I go over here? I guess this will work. Oh yeah, plenty of room. Looked a little steep, but it's not too bad. Yeah, look how steep it is to climb up here. We This is the size of those rocks. There's a loose rock on the left though. I'm gonna get closer so I can show you, but then I'm gonna go around. So I'll get myself stuck or squished. I'm curious to go back and look at my older videos of this cave, see which way I went. So I'm pretty sure I went through twice, once at 5K resolution, once at 4K resolution, but only about 60 frames. See, I could go under there. Look how it's barely held on to that rock though. Wow, too much fun. But I'm gonna go a long way. And look at this black stuff, wow. It's like, no, it's not oil. But notice how it corresponds to the black up there on that rock. Wow. Interesting indeed. All right, I need to turn around. I have to be careful of my footing. A lot of small, slippery, loose rocks around here. Oh, I'm right next to that one rock. Okay, good to know. Yeah, see, I could have gone underneath this rock, but I wasn't convinced it's a good idea. There's plenty of room, I just don't want to risk that big boulder rolling over me or something. All right. Notice how tall the ceiling is here. Again, the ceiling's, well, above me, it's 15 feet high, but and the ceilings, or the walls, are dozens of feet apart. Really wide cave. I do have a map of this cave, but not with me. The map of this cave's not that detailed. It's not really that helpful. Pretty much anything on the map I can figure out on my own. A lot easier just by looking at it. Notice how all the rocks around here are like orange or black. It's like a pumpkin exploded in here. Jack-o'-lantern exploded in here. Now look at this. So I'm looking straight ahead. See, you're looking at the ceiling as it slopes down. The rock pile slopes down too. So this is where I need to go. I guess I can head pretty much straight down. Just don't watch, make sure I don't slip. Some nice big boulders in here. And look up at the ceiling where it's white. That's all mineral deposits too. Fascinating. Same thing over there. It's a nice patch on the ceiling of mineral deposits. Wow. All right, let's see if I can keep going down. I think this big rock on the left, I think there might be a drop off on the other side. So I have to be careful how I get down. Yeah, let's see. This looks a little bit sketchy. Oh yeah, it's like 15 feet down. I could do it, but I'm just gonna go a long way. Be a lot safer and easier. Cover more ground anyway. Ooh, wait. I could probably go through here. All right, I'll do this. I could go straight up here, but there's a bit of a climb. So I think I'm gonna zigzag just a bit. So this is the way it just came up. That's the way out, but still on my way in, so nobody cares how you get out. All right, see if I can get through here. Yeah. So I'm not as young as I used to be, so this could be my last cave for the day. I've been caving over 4 hours. This part of the cave's gonna take me almost 2 hours, I think. So yeah, I'm getting a little tired and hungry. So once I finish this cave, head back to what passes for civilization. See if all the videos came out. See, today is Thursday. Yeah. It's a weekday. It's gonna be cloudy, maybe even raining. So hopefully the drivers will keep that in mind. So here's something cool. Look at the ceiling up there. See how there's like arch shapes in the rock? Normally when you see that shape, that's the direction the lava flowed. So I'm wondering if that lava really did flow that direction when it's solidifying. Because, yeah, I mean, that's the ceiling. It's possible. But anyway, really weird cave. What's cool, I'm shooting at 30% brightness. I'm still at 3 out of 4 bars on my battery life. So I got plenty of battery life on my video light. Okay, so let me stand up here. So you see I'm on top of a pile of breakdown rock, right? If I look straight ahead, you see how the ceiling's kind of sloped down. Not smooth, but it's sloping down. There's the right wall, a few dozen feet to my right. There's the left wall, a few dozen feet to my right. So I'm gonna start zigzagging down because I think I'm almost to the good part. Like I said, this is only like my 4th or 5th time in this cave, so I got the general idea kind of memorized, but not all the details. Oh, man. This is really cool. I'm going to pan down here. I'm going to sit down so I can be stable here. Look at this rock in front of me. See that white spot? Oh, I think it's too bright for the video, darn it. But yeah, I think that's a mineral formation. It's probably, oh, it's weird. There's nothing above it except water dripping. Must be the water bringing it down, but yeah, interesting. All right, well, that was, oops, hang on. My knee pad slipped off again. All right, here we go. All right. I'm climbing down slowly because it's pretty steep and rough here. A good place to get myself hurt if I'm not careful. So I want to show you a couple of cool things in this cave. So one, look up there. Look at the shape and the texture and the color. Same thing, look up there. See if I can get any closer without hurting anything. There you go. Okay, that's a start. Now look at this. Look at the shapes here on the wall. Dripstone. The whole wall is almost completely covered with dripstone here. Ooh, gonna climb down here so you can see from a different angle. See more cool stuff. There's a lot on the floor here too, so I have to be careful how close I get. I have to go around these big breakdown rocks to find a decent place to stand without damaging anything. So like look down there. Forgot, did I show you this one here close up or no? Funny. The video doesn't do it justice, but it's like 8 inches tall. So it's not super big, but it's bigger than most of the other stuff around here. Notice how the white mineral all comes out of that crack up the wall, about 8 feet up the wall. Got some nice little formations here. I can't really get closer though, because look at this. Even on the floor here, there's some formations on the floor. Oops, I need to be careful not to step on that. I forgot I want to show you this. See it here? See how the floor is glossy and there's brown stuff in between? I think those gray bubbles might actually be hollow. So I shouldn't step on those because I don't want to pop one. It won't grow back. Gotta be careful. Should definitely be picky about where you put your feet. Notice a couple of these taller ones, look like they've already been broken off the top. I doubt people took souvenirs. It's probably, especially since it's gray on top instead of brown. Anyway, long story short, it's probably formed that way. This cave was discovered decades ago, but my first time here was only like 2 or 3 years ago. So I haven't come here very long. But even here on the floor, there are a few small formations. So when you're walking around, try to do your best not to touch anything. A lot of these are small and rounded. They're not as interesting, but still, it's better to try to not touch them if possible. I can shoot it from different angles here. Even up the wall about 9 feet, it's kind of pretty. Most of the bigger formations are down here though. Nice white mineral patch. All right, I'm gonna go over here. Do the same thing. Hope you don't mind me zigzagging around, but if I took the trouble to walk in here, I might as well enjoy it. So look at that up on the wall. It's like one big formation, a couple of small columns, that's it. Other than that, the bigger formations are down here. I want to get closer. There's like one smooth rock I can kneel on, and I do have a knee pad. So I can look at these from above. There's a big rock pile here somebody made to warn you about this one here. See, look at this. It looks just like a gray rock, but look at the shape. How it's shaped kind of like rose petals. So this is kind of like a lava rose or a beehive. I'm going to back up away from it so I can go around to the other side. Let's see here. So yeah, you don't want to kick anything like that over on accident because you didn't notice it there. You see, this is what I was saying, how it's on the right here. How it's like multiple layers and it's very fragile. So try not to touch that, especially step on it. This is the same thing, just much taller. So here's one of the bigger formations in this cave. Look at that. I think it's shaped like a beehive or melted candle. Kind of cool. See if I can get closer without damaging anything. It's cool how all the big formations are in this one little spot. But anyway, I'm going to look over here to the wall. These formations may be small, but they're still cool. It's like that song, Chris, the Littlest Christmas Tree. It's a nice song. All right, here we go. By the Peppermint Candy Kids. It was a really old song. It was from decades ago. Okay, well, I'm going to have to switch videos. Hang on a second.